Like, look at this thing. I think I'm gonna have like nightmares for weeks. Hey guys, this is a sponsored giveaway. That means I did get a free copy in order to do a review video for you guys. Stick around because you could be one to win a free copy of it. Plus, I've got details on their newer thing that they're working on too. Today, we're looking at The Mine of Vile Echoes by LunaBear Games. I was explained that this adventure was like John Carpenter's The Thing, but like set in a dwarven mine. And I feel like that's probably true. But also my friends who are following, the Drakenheim campaign, you might also be interested in this. This is definitely a dark fantasy type vibe. So first, let's talk about some of the general things before we talk about kind of the adventure itself, which will contain a little bit of spoilers. When it comes to books like this, being a graphic designer myself, and I just always like a good design. The artwork in this and the layouts in this book is pretty good. I mean, the cover is kind of disturbing and gross in the best way, but the inner artwork is all, various forms of black and white drawings that are kind of reminiscent of that old like AD&D style, which I love. I just love a good pencil sketch, to be honest. Of course, there are other artwork pieces in here that are in full color, and those do not disappoint at all. The monster artwork, though, is hella creepy. And I absolutely love it. Like, look at this thing. I think I'm gonna have like nightmares for weeks. Love the section in the beginning helping you select what level your players should be at to run this adventure. I don't think every adventure does that. More adventures should do that. There are some adventures who like make it easy to kind of scale the encounters as you go. I've live streamed a couple like the Unexpected Wedding invitation where you had the ability to scale the encounters and they gave you the resources for that in the back. This doesn't go as far as that, but it still offers 2 different stat blocks for the monster boss battle, which I think is super unique. And then also some of the treasure items, the rewards, those kinds of things. They do have 2, one tailored for 3rd level and one for 5th level. And it does tell you if you play it at a different level, how that would go for each, which I absolutely love. It makes it easier as a DM. I don't have to think so hard about how to slap this into my campaign. The rest of the layout's pretty nice, pretty standard, to be honest, but I mean, it makes it easy to read. It's well done. There are different headers and things that just make it stand out. It's set up into 4 different chapters, 5 if you count the little intro section, but the first chapter goes into how to get to the mines, and then the remaining 3 chapters are on the mines themselves. And then of course they have standard appendixes with monsters, items, spells, that kind of thing. If you like what you're watching, consider supporting me on Patreon, the best way to support creators on YouTube. You can get behind the scenes, plus you can get ad-free versions of my videos. Also, live streams, there's shop discounts, hopefully some paper products coming out, definitely a magazine in the works. There's lots of stuff there. Link in the description. Now let's talk about the adventure. If you don't want if you don't want spoilers, please use I'm sorry guys, I'm not talking very well. Please use the timestamps on the little bar down here and just jump to the part that says no spoilers. But I feel like to get through this review, and to really know what this adventure is about, you kind of need a little bit of spoilage. So you've been warned, click that right now. If you boil this adventure down to its bare basics, it's a dungeon crawl. But when you look at the whole thing in its creepy, crawly glory, it is so much more. It's so much more. They provide a good amount of backstory and details on the big bad evil guy. Just a brief summary of this. It's not going to go into the whole detail. I want you to go look at it and check it out for yourself. We are talking about the Black Wraith Mine. This was found by I'm going to botch all the names. Gethin Blackwraith himself on one of his many misadventures in the mountains, and he ended up finding a diamond mine and turned it into a thriving enterprise. But now, at this current moment in time when the adventure begins, Gethin is missing somewhere within the depths of the mine. His faithful pup has returned. Foreman Rodri Stonehammer, who has been left in charge, is now trying to figure out what to do. He doesn't trust half the dwarves that are here, and he's rigged the entrance to blow to keep whatever Gethin has found in the mine inside. Enter our daring adventurer party. This adventure is full of traps, treasure, and trickery. TTT. I don't know. We've got the creepy crawlies that I showed some pictures of. We have shapeshifters, we have diamonds. All of this kind of leading to the findings below, a dark cult worshiping something called the Ever-Changing One. And these cultists, they wish to take on its likeness as their own, praise their Lord and Savior, and complete metamorphosis. Yes, you heard that right. For the ultimate physical form. They're also in the process of bringing that dark, creepy, crawly being into this plane. So your adventurers are tasked with stopping that. Who can they trust? What will they find in the dark depths? Will they make it out alive? Perhaps not. You're safe for now. No spoilers. The rest of this should be pretty less spoilery. Reading through this, you definitely get the Thing vibes. I also got a lot of like Alien vibes, but maybe not with the sci-fi, obviously. Maybe that's just because Alien, though, kind of resonates with me. A movie I watched a lot in my like teens. I just remember having that movie having a lot of suspense the first time you watch it. I don't know. I love the movie. Anyway, the mine is freaking huge. There are 52 rooms spread throughout 3 floors. As you go down, the floor is getting a little darker, a little scarier, a little creepier, if you ask me. Each room has a good variety of treasure, traps, NPCs, encounters. Like, not every room has all 3 of those things or 4 of those things. How many? There's a good variety spread. You could spend so many sessions just in this one mine. There's also a good opportunity for roleplay as well, because you have some miners who you can interact with. I particularly see a lot of good roleplay happening from the first guy, the quartermaster, who's locked himself in a storage closet up in the front and has, of course, some details about some of the creatures and some of the dwarven miners. Other things that I absolutely love about this adventure, there are multiple adventure hooks that you could really use to get your players into this, but you could also use those as side quests if you really wanted, you know, really force them to explore all aspects of the mine, if you will. I also just really like options. I don't know about others, but for me personally, I like having the ability to kind of slot stuff in wherever my players are. That little breadcrumb actually makes it in. Otherwise, if I have to wait for a specific moment or in a specific time, my players will just walk right by it and not know. So having options allows me to be able to slot it in. The only con that I had in this entire thing, because, you know, this is a review. You gotta be honest in these things. But the only con is that the map is so big. There was a lot of like flipping back and forth to compare the map and then what number I was on, and it got a little bit confusing, especially since it's kind of open. It kind of has multiple passageways that lead into not the next number room, if that makes sense. I would solve this in Foundry, because obviously I would just put the map in Foundry and then I would add journal entries and it would solve all my issues. They could solve this by providing larger versions of the map. I've seen people do this with like on the inside of covers, or like even just making a full page spread of each map like in the back or something that you know it's always in the back, so you can just flip to it very easily, or like tear it out, or like you can photocopy the back then, or you could photocopy it regardless. It would just be kind of small. You know what I'm trying to say. There are ways around that. It's a minor detail, but it is something I was like, flip. If you like the sound of this adventure, you can use the link in the description to sign up for the giveaway. The giveaway will close next Friday. That's September 20th. One winner this time around, they will get a free copy of The Mine of Vile Echoes. Just be sure to provide a valid email address or we will not have a way to contact you. And we need to do that so we can get your shipping details. But wait, there's more. God, I hate myself. If you like this adventure, you'll probably like this Kickstarter that they're running. They're running a Kickstarter right now until September 17th for their next adventure, Scourge of the Tyrant King. But don't worry, they will also have late pledges, so if you're watching this and it is after the 17th, you can still go pre-order right now. Explore the city of Ashendire. Defeat the forces of Aldrich the Golden Lion. Find the source of a demonic greed curse that threatens to destroy the kingdom forever. Another dark fantasy micro setting with disturbing new monsters, magic items, maps, and this guy. I'm guessing he's a butcher. Plus, they plan on making a Foundry VTT version. Hi, you know me and my half digital life, half analog life. Final thoughts on this. This is, honestly, it seems like a very good spooky dungeon. Like perfect, because we're literally about to get into spooky season, at least here in the States. I always want to give my like honest opinion on these because basically, not to break the fourth wall, I don't know. I mostly just get a free product from these kinds of things. I don't really really get paid for anything else. I honestly just pick projects that I think I would like, and I pick projects I think you guys would like. Honestly, I have half a mind to like reskin this and put this somehow in my Drakkenheim campaign because the vibe really fits. I can see how you could build tension moving through room to room. They even give you some GM tips in there about how to do that. At the very least, I think I'll steal a few things from it, you know, and slot it into Drakkenheim, which is something I talk extensively about in this video, which I'll put it over here. Let me know your thoughts on this adventure. Have you played it? Have you seen it? Have you tried their new stuff? Are there other dark fantasy adventures you like? You like creepy crawly monsters? Or do you stay the hell away from them? I like them as a DM, but as a player, I'd be like, hell no. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. I think the Discord server is right, by the way, guys. I think I am chaotic evil.